step. Step 3 is regular fellowship with the Lord. That's where we all want to be. The holy place is a place of daily fellowship with the Lord. And after being cleansed, the next door leads to that holy place. It's about the size of I was telling this to my family. They couldn't believe it at lunch. I said, hey, I'm so excited about what I'm going to talk about tonight. Let me tell you about it. I said, do you know how big the Holy of Holies, that's the back end, is? It's about the size of a normal bedroom, 15 by 15. How many houses have 15 by 15? Maybe they have 8 by 12. But most bedrooms nowadays, at least the master bedroom, ought to be 15 by 15. That's the Holy of Holies. It was no bigger. You know what the size of the holy place? 30 by 15. That's the size of a good-sized living room. We're talking about a very small thing. The kids were all, they said, I thought the tabernacle was huge. No, not huge at all. It would fit nicely right in here. In fact, we could put the whole thing right up here on the stage, 15 feet wide and 45 feet long. It's not very big. But when you went into that place, it was a place of fellowship with God. And after you were saved, which is the typical representation of coming through that gate, which is Jesus, and coming to the cross, which is that brazen altar, and regularly stop to get cleansed, then you can come into the place of fellowship with God. Then you can come to the holy place and find the first object. The next slide shows us that. That first object inside is the table of showbread, and that's where fellowship starts, at the golden table of Christ's Word that feeds us. And if we want to get something out of the Word, make sure you wash your hands. You know, I go through great efforts to tell the children, when I call you to eat, stop and wash your hands. Did you know there's a biblical reason for that? Not because cleanliness is next to godliness. That's only in Ben Franklin's Bible. It's because you can't eat in God's presence until you have clean hands and a pure heart. Do you want to know another reason why a lot of people don't get anything out of the Bible? Their hands aren't clean. The heart isn't pure. And God says it's a progressive movement toward Him. It starts at the cross once and for all, but it's maintained by that laver, where our feet, that's our walk, and our hands, that's our acts, where those things are regularly cleansed. Then we can come and fellowship with Him at the golden table of Christ's Word that feeds us. Well, the next stop is the light of the golden lampstand. And step 4 is of our Christian life. Step 1 is being saved, and step 2 is regular cleansing, and step 3 is regular time in the Word. Step 4, if you want to have a growing and godly Christian life, is learning to walk in the light. Don quoted 1 John 1:7, if we walk in the light as He is in the light. Where is the light? The light is in His presence. The light is beautifully portrayed by that golden lampstand. And that golden lampstand was only in one place. If you wanted to walk in the light, you had to get there. And the only way you could get there is to come to the brazen altar and be saved. And then come to the laver and be cleansed. And then enter into His presence, feeding on His Word, which helps us to walk in the light. It's a beautiful progression, learning to walk in the light.